It was really good. I thought we came out ready to practice. Had a couple looks that we installed today. Those guys executed the front end of practice first. Really, the first like 3 quarters of practice went the way we wanted to go, and then in 2 minute, just didn't execute down the red zone. We got to clean some things up, which was disappointing. But we just don't want to see guys make the same mistakes, and we got to move forward and get better tomorrow.
How tough is that just being practice number 12 in training camp?
Yeah, I think we're doing a great job of trying to keep their legs, underneath them because, when they get fatigued, they get tired, it leads to injury. So, our training staff, our strength staff, and everybody else is doing a great job of keeping our guys fresh and really keeping our guys, off the meat wagon.
How important was coming inside then today?
I think it was great. It was unreal. Like, it's cooler in here than it is, and I think in our building. So, no, it was good. It was good. It was more of a mental day. We just got to clean things up.
You guys are about 6 deep at safety right now. What have you seen from that?
Like you said, the depth, and we're moving guys around. We're trying to get them to understand our defense conceptually, and there's some growing pains with it. So anytime a guy gets comfortable at one position, we're going to try to continue to solidify the foundation at that position. But then, the season's a long season. It's going to be a 14-week season this year. With the buys not including bowl week. So getting our guys to understand that we're always going to try to put our best 11 on the field, especially in certain situations. So I just think it's really, really important that these guys learn other positions in our secondary. So, if we run up against it at some point this season, they can move and we won't skip a beat.
Talk about moving players around. That's Shamar Simmons at nickel the past 2 days. Do you like him there?
Yeah, we're moving him around. He's a guy that really can play all three in the back end, and this week we're going to work him at the nickel. Next week we'll probably move back to safety, but right now it's just part of the building depth process, so we're always able to have that flexibility in the secondary to put the right guys on the field at specific situations.
Does it feel like you're leaps and bounds ahead of where you were a year ago this time?
I do. I do feel that, and especially, it's not really what we're doing on defense. It's the looks that we're getting on offense. They're really challenging us every single day, and Arroyo and his staff are in there, figuring out, hey, they're doing this. We're going to do this today to beat what they're doing, and it's great for us because it challenges us to look outside our own box and keep from getting comfortable in what we're doing.
And you said that linebacker might be the most important position for you guys this year. How's that going to stand out to you?
Just a lot of experience, a lot of game experience, a lot of maturity in that room, a lot of leadership, and just the best part about it is we got a lot of depth. We're not hung up or 2 or 3 guys. We got 5 or 6, and then we have a couple young guys that I think are really coming on that are going to push those guys at some point to be better. So, competition really fuels performance, and you can see it in that room. They bring it every day.
For you, Brian, is joining the Big 12 present new challenges for you as a new coordinator?
It's a great question. I don't know if they're going to be new challenges. I think it'll be different from a week-to-week standpoint. I think it'll be more, tight end heavy, 2-back, as opposed to the 1-back spread and throwing the ball over the yard. But I think, the challenges are going to be, we got to be more efficient on defense because I don't think that they play as many snaps defensively in this league. I think it's more of a time management, possession type league. And, there was more one-score games in that league than any other conference in the country last year. So we got to be ready to play situational defense with the clock in mind and when they're going to take shots, when they're not, when they're protecting the possession, protecting the clock, and protecting the game. So just being aware of those situations is going to be a challenge, a different challenge for me.
I know you want to clean up some things, but you got 15 days or so before our first game. Are you where you want to be?
Definitely where we want to be. I was telling one of our DBs yesterday that we're really, if you compare just in terms of the workload from the spring, whereas we have 5 weeks to get in 15 practices worth of defense. Right now, we're probably at 7 weeks, even though we're just right at 2 weeks of practice, comparatively speaking to the spring, because in the spring you have a day off or 2 or even 3 days in between practices. Now, we literally have situationally, call-wise, everything that we're doing really pretty much in. Now it's just adding wrinkles to it and what we'll need to use throughout the season and cleaning up our fundamentals and making sure we're getting better in our knowledge of every call, which we are.
How would you compare the capabilities of this year's D-line to last year's?
Just when you have that kind of depth, you're able to practice harder, and you're able to keep those guys on the field so they can continue to develop. So depth is everything, and also the depth of our offensive line allows those guys to practice hard. So it goes hand in hand with the offense, and you can see in their development.
Seeing kind of keeping pressure from the edge this week. Elijah Mills has some really good days.
Yeah.
How's that capability maybe compare with teams that you coached before?
I've been around some pretty good edge units, and we've had some pretty good edge pass rushers. Again, I'll just kind of talk about our depth. I mean, the depth that we have up front is really allowing, especially the young guys to develop. So, and us being able to go as fast as we can and as hard as we can against those second and third group on the offensive line just helps us develop, defensively rather than running on cans during fall camp.
What about athleticism of some of your interior guys like Jeff Clark, the safety made a nice play?
Yeah, it's really cool. Those guys are, we have explosive guys like Jeff Clark. We have thumpers, inside as well. So we just have a good mix and guys that complement each other. So, that they really do complement each other. So we're going to be able to call and be in the right calls in certain situations. And that's really what we're trying to develop.